So today I am filming a fall special occasion look. And I call it this because this is actually what I wore to homecoming, and I thought it was kind of fitting for fall anyway because I used a lot of plums and a lot of golds, and because those are my favorite colors and it matched my dress. I thought it was a little too late because it was a month. It's been a month since I've been to homecoming and I still didn't film the video. So here I am filming it. I got all my makeup done right here, and I thought I'd film this kind of differently because I'm always doing voiceovers, and why not get more personal while talking to you while I'm getting ready, because that's when I talk the most, when I get ready. I already have my face primed with the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion Emotion Hydrante Telemente Differente. This stuff, and it's freaking great. Sorry if I keep looking up. I'm using the viewfinder as mirror, and this is just, I don't remember it exactly, but I'm gonna try my best to do as much as I can the way I did it homecoming. So next thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids with the same stuff I prime with all the time, which is the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the original formula. I have really oily eyelids, and if I don't use this, then I'm screwed. This is like the only stuff that works, but this and the Lorac stuff. Since I'm done with that, I'm going to move on to my foundation, and I'm going to be mixing these two things together. It's my Covergirl Queen 3-in-1 foundation in Golden Honey mixed with the Stila Stay All Day 10-in-1 HD Bronzing Beauty Balm. Looks like that. But I'm going to mix that together and then dot it all over my face. To blend everything in, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. small stipple brush because I feel like I get like a super like flawless airbrushed look out of the stipple brush rather than the F80. I recently just got the Real Techniques sponge, and oh my god, it's freaking amazing. I love it so much. And then I'm just taking the rest of what's on my hand and just keep blending it. Now that I'm done with that, we're going to move on to concealer, and I will be using the same concealer I use all the time, Go Pro Conceal. And I'm just going to be using like a small amount of this because, again, I really liked a lighter application of everything. If it looks like a lot, it's not. I'm just spreading around with the little brush. This concealer is the best concealer I have ever tried in my life, honestly. In my opinion, it's better than the and I'm blending it out with the e.l.f. Flawless Conceal brush, and in my opinion it's better than the MAC Pro Longwear, and that's saying a lot because MAC Pro Longwear is so great, but it's better in the sense that I can actually use it under my eyes, and first off, you don't get a lot of product out of it. Like, you can control how much you get out. The shades, at least for my skin tone, look way better than the MAC Pro Longwear, at least the one I have and the ones that I've like tried on and stuff. I'm gonna brush out my eyebrows with the spoolie, and to clean my brows up, I use this Ardell little brush thing right here, and it was actually really great, but actually need to get them. I like didn't have time to get them done, so I just did this real quick. Like, I followed the shape and just kind of shaved them. Now to set everything, I will be taking a big old powder brush and my L'Oreal True Match powder, and I'm just gonna be setting like my concealer and my T-zone because cake face and cute girl. Now to really get me looking dewy, I will be using my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Like, I'm almost out of it. For lips, I will be using my Rosebud salve. It's literally the closest thing to me, so just putting a little bit out on. We're going to move on to eyes and then come back to the face later. So the first shade I'm going to be going in with is actually my bronzer slash contour shade, which is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in mocha, and I'm just going to use this as a light transition shade. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my blending brush and then just lightly blend it in the crease. We want these shadows to look pretty. Let's bring you in. And as for my lid shade, I'm going to be dipping into my Naked 2 palette. And I'm going to take the brush that it comes with Chopper, which is a beautiful, wow, focus. And I'm just going to take the brush and just swipe it on my eye. After I put that on, look at that, it's so pretty. I'm going to go in with my Lorac Unzipped palette, which I think is a perfect necessity for fall. If you have the $46, then I say splurge on this because it's absolutely amazing. Like, look at these shades. They're beautiful, and they look beautiful on, I think, anyone's skin tone. And girl, you can work this. So in the crease, I'm going to be taking my E25 and Unspoken, and I'm just gonna kind of like blend it like in the crease and on my outer corner, like that. Once I feel like that gave me the perfect amount of definition. Wow, what was I saying? I'm going to take my Real Techniques base shadow brush, which just looks like this, and I think it's absolutely perfect. Can you focus on me? It's absolutely perfect for the crease, and it's actually pretty comparable to the E25, which I just used. But I'm going to be taking this one with Unbridled in the palette, and I'm going to be putting it like right here in the outer corner for more definition, and I'm blending it back and forth, back and forth. I don't think it's enough, so we're gonna go into a darker shade, and this is Max Folie, F-O-L-E-L-I-E. I don't know how to say it. Mac Folie, something. And I'm gonna take the same brush and just take one of the sides of it, tap off the excess, and then blend that again in the outer corner. See, look at that, the difference. The power of makeup. Pretty sure this video is gonna be like 15 minutes long. I apologize in advance. Now that that's done, I'm going to take the same brush that I used Chopper on from the Naked 2 palette, and I'm going to take that brush and put whatever's left on there on my lower lash line. Then with this little pencil brush, I'm going to take Unbridled again and put that on the lower lash line. And I'm also going to take folie on the same pencil brush and just blend that down there as well. Wow, I've never really talked about my braces. I got braces in August, and I don't know why I waited so late, but I'm so happy I have them. And I was just watching like old videos yesterday, and I was like, what are my teeth? I don't know if you guys can tell, I just already straightening up, and I love it. I'm almost 18 years old, and I love braces. For the inner corner pop, I'm going to be taking bootycall, and putting that in there. I love bootycall, it's a great shade. And I'm also going to take that bootycall right under the highest point of my brow bone, like that girl. And we're gonna leave it like that just for now. Can you focus on my face, please? Thank you. Now that we're done with the eyeshadow, we're gonna move on to liner, and you know I can't go nowhere without winged eyeliner. Let's try this again. Now, if you know me, you know I can't go anywhere without winged eyeliner. If you know me, you know I cannot go anywhere without winged eyeliner. It's literally my life. So, I'm going to be using the same liquid eyeliner I've been using for like 3 months, which is the H2O proof liquid liner by Wet n Wild. And I'm going to do kind of a dramatic wing, just longer than usual. Let's really concentrate on this because I don't want to fail. I want this to look boss, so let's do it. Well, that's as good as we're gonna get it. Now we're going to prep for falsies, and I'm going to be put it on a little bit of mascara and I'm using the Great Lash Lots of Lashes. Why am I doing this like I don't have like 8 mirrors over there? I'm just making sure I really get those inner corner lashes because we want this to blend really well. So let's hit them up. Now that we're done with the that part, I'm just gonna clean up a little bit with my foundation brush. My under eyes got a little bit of fallout. There we go. We out. We Gucci. We Gucci. For false eyelashes, these are actually really great, and I have trouble with false eyelashes because the ones that I had bought before, they just looked really too fake, and I just didn't like it at all the way they looked. So I bought these short ones by Ardell. And they are the 109 in a black, and they are so cute on. I love them so friggin' much, and they're perfect. They're perfect width, the perfect length. I love them. And I'm using the Ardell Lash Grip Eyelash Adhesive as well. And when I put glue on it, I always make sure to get both ends, like the ends really well, because I don't want them to fall off. So I had so much fun on this night, like you guys don't understand. And I'm just going to put them on, and I'm going to try my best not to block my face too much. So whoa, that went weird. Yo, but for real, what's happening? I'll be right back. Gotta go figure this out. I know my left eye went kind of terribly wrong. I'm just gonna touch up my liner real quick, fast and in a hurry. All right, whoo, eyes are done. Now I'm gonna move on to brows, and I'm going to be using my Elf eyebrow kit. This is my new favorite thing. It's just amazing. And my Real Techniques brow brush. Now eyebrows on fleek, and we're gonna fix this little brow highlight thing with just a blending brush, and I'm just gonna blend it out. See, look at that, so much better. So we're gonna move on to face, and I only did a few steps for face. I didn't really want any like blush or anything, so I just used my bronzer. And like I said, it's the Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm going to do it in the 3D motion with my Elf contour brush, blush brush. And I was like, this ain't enough, so I did a little extra contouring, and I just used this Covergirl Queen powder in Q420. Go hit on my nose, and I'm gonna take this smaller brush by Sonia Kashuk. I turn the cheap music up, and I'm puffing my chest. I'm getting ready to face you. Can't call me upset. Alright, so judge me if you want. I'm going to be using the same brush I just used for my highlighting product. And it is the MAC Cheeky Bronze, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I love it. And why am I talking like that? I can't stop. I'm just going to use this on my cheeks, going up, highlighting, and also kind of using it as a blush. Hit up that face real good, girl. Alright, now lastly we're going to move on to lips, and I'm going to be using MAC's Twig, and I'm just going to kiss off just any excess lip balm, and then dab this on my lips. That's the makeup done. Now let's move on to her. Now for the hair real quick, let's turn off Beyonce. I'm going to take this headband that was gifted to me. I'm not sure where she got it from, and I'm going to just separate the shortest pieces of my hair by kind of shake it off. Just grab some pieces by my face, kind of adjust it, and set it right in between the two, like that. so it's like a little peak, you know. And then I'm going to be taking the back of my head. I split it in half, and then what I did was I just twisted it, like literally like so. Then kind of let it loosely fall, and then twisted it into a bun and bobby pinned the out of it. And now I'm just going to do the same thing to the other side. Twist it and then just kind of let it do its own thing, and then twist it in a little bun. And I make sure they were like kind of like right next to each other, and then pinned it again. Literally takes 2 minutes to do. I didn't know what I was doing, what I was gonna do for my hair the day of, like 20 minutes before I had to leave. I did not know what I was gonna do for my hair. And then I came up with this and it turned out well. So now with the pieces by my face, I'm just going to curl them really fast. And we're done with the hair. That's it. Enjoyed this video. It was so easy and I love it, and I love the hair, and I just feel like a glamorous girl. So yeah, I will see you guys next time, and if you liked, please subscribe. Bye.